Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about bound witnesses. We're going to talk about what they are, what they do, and how to navigate the XYO.network app and the Explore app, or the Explore website, excuse me, because they are different, but they kind of have the same functionality and you can get a lot more information on them. And I apologize in advance. I did have to record my sound over the recording as the software that I used didn't take my sound with the video file. Regardless, as you can see, I'm pulling up the network app and I've got 17,051 cryptographic bound witnesses and 11 bound to the actual device, which is the bridge, which I explained in my last video, which I will link in this video in case you missed it. So as you can see, about every 5 to 10 seconds I do gain one cryptographic bound witness, or bound witness for short. My sentinel is within range, so I do gain them quite frequently, and this happens to everybody. Basically what's happening is they're handshaking and talking, and as it's confirming your location data, your phone as the bridge is then taking that data and then going to upload it to the archivist. So as you can see, that 11 will go down to 8 here shortly, and when it does go down to 8, it just means that 3 of my cryptographic bound witnesses got uploaded off into the network, or the XYO network, and can be usable. And that is kind of the main founding block for XYO itself. That is why the network works, and what their foundation for the network are those bound witnesses. So as you can see here, I'm showing you the sentinel. This is kind of how you fix that error when you don't receive your bound witnesses. You're going to go into your sentinel, you're going to click save, and then you're going to kill the app. And that's just in case you don't, or you do get the error, the it's like Fire Coinbase error. You just kill the app if it doesn't let you save it. By saving it, it should wake up your sentinel. If you've already clicked it and that didn't work, it should wake it up. And if you get the error, you got to do is kill the app. And as you can see, the timestamp should be accurate, or at least the same time as it is for you right now. This has solved my problems for iOS. The iOS app and the Android app are different, like very different from what I've been told. I do not own an Android device, so I cannot speak on what the Android app looks like and how the functionality of that app is. But what I can tell you is how to fix it on iOS. And this is fixed about every problem that I have. It's just trying to save it, doesn't work, kill the app. As you can see as well on the app, my bound witnesses on the device are fluctuating crazily. It's 6, 8, 11, 12, 16, and then going back down, 7. And that's just because they are handshaking. And I kind of explained that earlier, and to go into kind of a more in-depth, basically what your device is doing is saying, hey, I'm here. And your sentinel is saying, yes, you are actually here. And then it's saying, cool. And the network app takes both those confirmations, just like Bitcoin mining or any other proof of work or proof of stake mining. They have to confirm that what it is doing is accurate. And that's all that's happening right here, is they're confirming your location is accurate, and they both agree. So now it's sending it to the archivist. And the archivist then stores that data to be used in later terms. So as you can see, I just left the app and went to my coin app. And as you can see, my bound witnesses on the device are still climbing. They're still going up, and they're still being offloaded and uploaded. They're still being offloaded and uploaded because the device should be using your location in the background. If it's not using your location in the background, it will not work in the background. You will not be able to receive your bound witnesses while the device is off, or when the network app is not loading. And as you will see later, it's kind of important for the network development that these devices do shake hands. And if you agree with the network and this isn't all just profits to you, and you do like the foundation of XYO, you should be leaving it open. Alright, so one question that is asked quite frequently is, how do you get more bound witnesses? And it's a pretty straightforward answer to that. You only get them by being within range of a sentinel or another XYO network device, something that is part of the network, whether it's a bridge, a sentinel, or obviously a bridge can be an X bridge or BridgeX or a phone, but it's has to be one of the two. There's no like straightforward answer. You could meet up with people in your local area that do have Sentinels or the XYO network app and collect more that way. But as you will see in just a second, I'll be showing you the archivist feature through the XYO network app and giving you the data just in case, because mine wasn't added automatically. You will have to add this yourself. But there's the port and the IP for the XYO node archivist, so XYO's personal archivist. That's the only one available right now, as this system is not usable for the whole network. There's only one archivist and one diviner. So you couldn't actually build one if you wanted to. There are no specs released for what computer is compatible. They did say you need at least a terabyte of data, but again, there's no concrete answer on how they work. So you'll see in a second, I will go over the Explore.xyo.network website, and it gives you more of an in-depth analysis of your bound witnesses, map data, who you've handshook with, and you'll see in a second too, there's a lot more to display. You can see every single bound witness you've ever had. Alright, so as you can see here, this is the home page of the website when you log in. It is in beta, but you can see all the heat maps on there if you were to click the map. So I've already logged in. So these are my different devices through the network. Now I'm not sure which is which. I know which one's my bridge because I labeled it, but one of them's my Sentinel, one of them's my BridgeX or my Raspberry Pi, and the other one is my Sentinel. And as you can see, they do have pending XYO, and that's what I mean by you theoretically can make XYO through the actual network app itself through your bound witnesses, but it's pending and it hasn't cleared yet. So we will have to wait for the actual network introduction in order to do that, or to get those XYO. So as you can see here, I'm kind of scrolling through all my bound witnesses that I've handshook with and kind of just looking at them. As you can see, they're mostly myself, but then there'll be a one of them random that has like 2,000 or 3,000 XYO earned. And I think that is the archivist, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% certain on that. But as you can see, he also has like 2 million handshook, the guy at the top right there, the red one. He has like 2 million bound witnesses. So there might be a person in my area that has like 5 or 6 Sentinels and just meets with a lot of people that do have Sentinels or just been around for a long time. I hope this answered some of your questions, and if you stay tuned, I'll actually show you my BridgeX. I'll have a little clip there from my phone. I'll record it through my phone because I don't have an actual video camera. So if you stay tuned and watch that, give you a little insight of what it looks like and what it is. But we've talked about bound witnesses. We've talked about what they are, what they do, and we've also gone through the network and Explore app and the different functionalities. There is more to learn on the XYO Explore network website. You can look at heat maps, where popular locations are, the most recent bound witnesses. So there's a lot of cool data that you can use, or you can see and maybe use if you plan on advertising through XYO. For the last clip on my phone, I thought I would show you my geo claims since it is Sunday, but off to the bridge. Alright, so here is my BridgeX. It's just a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus that has the Bridge software flashed onto it. It's just pretty simple to set up, comes as a kit, and really, really easy to use, and about a fourth or a fifth of the price of the actual BridgeX itself. And it functions the same way. Sorry, I had to cut. I had to go grab my mouse and keyboard, which is pretty cool. It's got USB ports as well. It's Wi-Fi enabled and has Bluetooth, which is a necessity. You could use the Ethernet cord, but I prefer to use Wi-Fi. So you turn it on, red light flashes, and you should see in a second, boom. Give it a minute, wait for the software to load. There you go, now you have the XYO network sign. And there we go. Mouse functions, keyboard functions. So just waiting for it to load. I'm gonna cut so I can type in my password when it does load. Oh, I lied. Sometimes this can take a little while. You might have to turn it on, turn it back off, but this happened to load pretty quickly. That's not always the case. Oh, and my password is saved. So I just go to log on, and then I'll do this slowly so I don't get it. All right, cool. And it just looks like this. This is your main screen. That's all it is. You have to manually connect the archivist. It doesn't come with one already connected, but once you do connect it, uh, it'll function as it should. You can also go back in this video and watch that part where I did give you the archivist information, both the IP or the DSN and the port number. Hello everybody, if you're still with me right now, thank you so much for watching through the video. I hoped it helped you or answered some of your questions. My video quality or my editing quality isn't that great, I know. I'm new to it. These are my first 2 YouTube videos ever, and I'm still kind of getting the hang of it. But as I progress and I do more videos, that will get better and the quality of my content will get better. Please thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions, concerns, or just want to say hello. Look forward to talking to you guys. Thank you.